Okay, so I'm going to show you how to remove the rear shock absorber from a old VW Bug. This is a great thing to know how to do yourself, because if you find that your back end is bouncing quite a bit, it can be quite expensive to get the mechanic to do this, and it's really not all that difficult, and you only need a couple basic tools. The first set of tools you're going to need is a jack set, similar to this one. You'll need a jack, 2 axle stands, and some chocks for the front wheels. First, chalk off both your front wheels, as there's nothing else that's going to stop your car from rolling forward. I use these metal chocks that I bought, but some angled pieces of would work just as well. Next, go underneath the rear of the car, bring your jack with you, and place it underneath the horseshoe. This is a very secure and strong part of the car and a great jacking point. Jack the car up from there. Try to center your jack on the horseshoe. Place both your axle stands underneath the horseshoe of the car and slowly release the jack from its spot and allow the car to rest only on the axle stands. Never rest a car on a jack. Always use approved axle stands. I use 2-ton. Next, retrieve a breaker bar and a 19mm socket. Remove all 4 of the lug bolts. Loosen them one at a time first before fully removing them. Move the wheel out of the way. Using a 17mm socket on the back, and a 19mm socket on the front, remove the bolt from the top of the shock absorber. Store the nut and the washer in a safe place where you won't lose them. Repeat the process on the bottom of the shock absorber, this time using a 19mm on the top and on the bottom. Once again, store the nut and the washer in a safe place. Now push the bolt from the bottom out through the back. This may take some effort the first time. Remove the top bolt as well. Lower the shock absorber down, twist, and lift for a full removal. You've now successfully removed your shock absorber. You may notice that one end, the metal sticks out, and one end, it is flush. When you buy your replacement part, both ends may stick out, and you may have to hack off some of the metal that sticks out with a metal saw. Be prepared for this. Installation is reverse of removal. Make sure that the end with the wide metal goes on the bottom and the end with no metal sticking out goes on the top. Tighten all the bolts to 43 foot-pounds using a proper torque wrench. Once you hear the click, you know it's torqued properly. Repeat on the bottom. Reattach the wheel and tighten all the bolts to 90 foot-pounds. Remove the axle stands and you're ready to go.